Oh my god, I'm going to have so much fun recording this goddamn thing. And judging the title of this video that I intend to record right here, it's going to look like I'm trolling, or that I'm just writing or saying something weird to get a reaction from people. However, the following text that I'm going to read, it's over 300 or 200 years old. Why? Because this was written by one of the founding fathers of the US, Benjamin Franklin. And after double checking a few facts and reading a little bit about him, one could definitely assume that Benjamin Franklin, apart from being a really good philosopher, great politician, and competent person who with ideas way ahead for his time, he was what we would consider today an internet troll. Something like that. Something that we would consider like an internet troll. Why an internet troll? Sorry, my right hand was scratchy. Why an internet troll? Well, he wrote an essay on how to find a mistress. He says that all women were usually the ones that are more experienced in the bed. He was a fashion icon in France. Bones were found in the basement of his house. Not that he was a serial killer, but that's true. Look it up. So yeah, that's what I'm about to take a look right now today. Good morning, Brave New World. It's Joshua here, and today we're going to have a look at this particular essay called Fart Proudly. Yes, that's the way you're looking at. Fart proudly. Really? Oh my god. I can't believe one of the America, you're crazy. Not just you regular people, but your founding fathers, in a good sense, alright? When I say that, I mean it in a good sense. Far Proudly, written by Benjamin Franklin, a letter to a Royal Academy, 1781. When was that? 1780? 200 years ago, nearly 300 years ago. Editor's note: by the time Dr. Franklin wrote this piece, he was already widely regarded as one of the premier scientists of his day, thanks mainly to his remarkable discoveries in the field of electricity and stuff. He was also widely read in all the latest scientific theories and advances, not all of which he treated with respect. There were a number of Royal Academies of Science, in particular, that specialized more in the trivial realms of science than the practical ones. Some of them regularly held contests in which their members were to solve complex theoretical problems to test their skills and wit. Wit! Something that every troll must have. And many trolls on the internet lack. So let's continue. The best introductions to this first piece of Franklin's satire can be found in his own writings, in the form of a letter to Richard Price in 1783. We will start with the appetizer, then proceed with the entree. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Dear Sir, all the conversation here at present turns upon the balloons filled with light inflammable air. ... Inflammable air puts me in mind of a little jocular paper I wrote some years since in ridicule of a prize question given out on this side of the water, and I enclose it for your amusement. On second thoughts, as it is a mathematical question, and perhaps I think it more trifling than it really is, and you are a mathematician, I'm afraid I have judged wrong in sending it to you. Our friend Dr. Priestley, the physicist J.B. Priestley, however, who is apt to give himself airs and has a kind of right to everything his friends produce upon that subject, may perhaps like to see it, and you can send it to him without reading it. And here I am, a Mexican guy reading a piece of satire writing written by one of the founding fathers of America. What has the internet come to? Really, I wonder. To the Royal Academy of Brussels, I don't know how to pronounce it, Bruselas, that's how you pronounce it in my language. Gentlemen, I have perused your late mathematical prize question, proposed in lieu of one in natural philosophy for the ensuing year. V. Un figure quelqu'un donné en demande d'inscrire le plus grand nombre de fois possible une autre figure plus petite quelconque qui est aussi donné. Qui est aussi donné. I have no idea. Aussi donné. Given any single figure inscribed therein. Oh, damn it, I lost it. Given any single figure inscribed therein another small figure, which is so given as many times as possible. I did not understand that, and that was probably grammatically weird but correct. How about that? I was glad to find by these following words. The Academy has judged that this discovery, by widening the boundaries of our knowledge, will not be without utility. L'Académie a jugé que cette découverte en étant les bons de nos connaissances ne sera pas sans utilité. What a good way to troll Mr. Franklin, by writing with by mixing languages. Find these words. That you esteem utility an essential point in your inquiries, which has not always been the case with all academies. And I conclude therefore that you have given this question instead of a philosophical, or as the learned express it, a physical one, because you could not at the time think of a physical one that promised greater utility. Permit me then humbly to propose one of that sort of your consideration, and through you, if you approve it, for the serious inquiry of learned physicians, chemists, etc. of this enlightened age. It is universally well known that in digesting our common food there is created or produced in the bowels of human creatures a great quantity of wind. Flatulences, literally. That the permitting this air to escape and mix with the atmosphere is usually offensive to the company. From the fetid smell that it produces. From the fetid smell that accompanies it. And he wrote smell with a capital letter. How about that? That all well-bred people, therefore, to avoid giving such offense, forcibly restrain the efforts of nature to discharge that wind. That's all retain contrary to nature, it only gives frequently great present pain, but occasions future diseases, such as habitual colics, ruptures, tympanies, etc. Often destructive of the constitution and sometimes life itself. This guy wrote like he was high or something. And I'm not talking about drugs or weed or stuff like that, no! The way he's describing the flatulences is rather frightening, to be honest. So where was I? Were it not for the odiously offensive smell accompanying such escapes, polite people would probably be under no more restraint in discharging such winning company than they are in spitting or in blowing their noses. My prize question therefore should be to discover some drug wholesome and not disagreeable to be mixed with our common food or sauces that shall render the natural discharges of wind from our bodies not only inoffensive but agreeable as perfumes. I love the way this guy is writing, and at the same time I hate it. Well, no, I love it, but I don't understand it. That would be the correct way to say that. So in a nutshell, Franklin is asking the guys at this academic academic association or some university, I don't know, to discover and to combine their efforts in order to discover a drug that can get our flatulences to smell well and agreeable as perfumes, to smell nice. The world has always been a terrible, wicked place with a lot of stupidity, but few people can use stupidity to look themselves smart, or they can use smartness to make themselves look stupid. Basically, they are trolling. I can't believe this was written more than 300 years ago, and I'm not even done actually. 10 minutes of recording, I think. That is not a chimerical project, and altogether impossible may appear from these considerations, that we already have some knowledge of means capable of varying that smell. He that dines on stale flesh, especially with much addition of onions, shall be able to afford a stink that no company can tolerate. I'm laughing! Well, he that has lived some time on vegetables only shall have that breath so pure as to be insensible to the most delicate noses. And if he can manage so as to avoid the report, he may anywhere give vent to his griefs unnoticed. I love the way he describes all of these things without directly mentioning them. Wow. I can't believe what I'm reading. And this was written 300 years ago approximately. Nearly 300 years ago. Wow. Sorry. But as there are many to whom an entire vegetable diet would be inconvenient, and as little quick lime thrown into a jakes will correct the amazing quantity of fetid air arising from the vast mass of putrid matter contained in such places and rendering rather pleasing to the smell. Who knows but that a little powder of lime or some other thing equivalent taken in our food, or perhaps a glass of lime water drank at dinner, may have the same effect on the air produced in and issuing from our bowels. This is worth the experiment. I don't think so, Mr. Franklin. It's not worth the experiment. And since we are 200 years ahead of you, I have to tell you that no drug can be produced, or zero thing can be produced, that no drug or no component can be produced that when consumed or ingested causes your flatulences to smell well and agreeable to the noses. Hey, there is a pill that when swallowed, it causes your oh my god, how can I call it without this sounding weird or disgusting? There was a pill. There is a pill. A pill was invented that has the capacity of making your fecal matter, the one that you expel from the end of your digestive system, that causes your fecal matter to glitter like gold. So literally, you are evacuating gold. Screw it, I'm going to say it with the bad words. Basically, they invented a pill that gets your shit to glitter like gold. So basically, like Tywin, you're going to pull a Tywin Lannister and you're going to shit gold. Literally and metaphorically. How about that? I'm going to stop there because I feel like I'm not losing brain cells. I'm not losing brain cells from reading this, but my brain cells are being overly stimulated. I'm going to stop there. Have a wonderful day, Brave New World.